welcome everybody to the Chieftains Court. I'm your announcer, Benjamin Phelps, and today we've got a fierce competition between two separate volleyball teams, Columbia River Chieftains, your home team, and the Mark Morris Monarchs. Today's going to be a very fierce fight, as it appears that both teams are in for a good show. So far this season, the Columbia River Chieftains have had a very dominant performance. We'll see if they're able to maintain this throughout this game here tonight. It also is senior night, so we shall see the girls get called up and handed their flowers, as this is their last season playing volleyball for Columbia River High School. Now, there are only 5 minutes left here before the game starts. The Columbia River Chieftains right now are on the court. They are wearing pink sweaters for breast cancer awareness. And they are in great support for the issue of breast cancer. Here we can see them practicing, just going back and forth. On the right side, you'll see quite a few seniors. Riley Zanis, Ashlyn Rayner, Isabel Ness, as well as Mahia Iverson. And now it is the Mark Morris Monarchs' turn with the court here. The Monarchs here have only 3 seniors on their volleyball team. Number 1, Grace Huta. Number 13, Clarissa Escudero. And number 14, Heather Gower. We'll see how the Monarchs are able to maintain this game tonight, given that the Chieftains have had a very strong outing so far this season. One player to look out for in this game for the Columbia River Chieftains is number 6, Maddie Sharon. She is tied for the tallest player on her team as a offensive attacker, and she is very strong when she plays. She's got great form, and she has a great accuracy with her hits. Always able to find those open spots on the floor to get the kill. So now the Chieftain girls make their way back out onto the court. As you can see, they're just preparing for the game. And we'll see how they manage to play it so far. Right now, the Chieftain girls have a district berth, and we will see how they manage to make their run there. Hopefully, for us hometown fans, going to state. This would be a big win for the Columbia River Chieftain girls volleyball team, as that has not happened in a while. So far, not having a state championship since 2000. So this would be a great achievement for the team here, seeing as they would be able to produce a win if they could win at state. However, districts comes first, and before that, the game with the Monarchs, which we are here tonight with. Notable players on the Monarchs are number 14, Heather Gower, and number 8, Emma Fisher. These two players are very strong in their respective areas. Fisher being a very strong attacker, and Gower being a very great setter. And there they have number 2, their libero, Madison Noel. We'll see how she manages to maintain her defensive pressure tonight. Her goal is to stop a lot of the offensive kills that Maddie Sharon is going to be aiming for. However, that is a task easier said than done. For those of you who don't know, recently the Columbia River Chieftains football team lost to the Woodland to lose their chance for a run at districts. This was quite heartbreaking for the hometown fans, as they were really looking to make it to districts this year. If they had won, they would have had a three-way tie for second place with Washougal and Ridgefield. However, that is not the case. And here we find the Chieftains closing up their season with their last home game of the regular season. Other sports included for cross country, Aiden Rowley was an absolutely stupendous force at districts. He managed to win the races he competed in, and he overall highly overperformed for Columbia River. Now going to state, and us Chieftain fans are really praying for him to do well up there. The Columbia River girls soccer team as well is currently undefeated in the league. Their goal at districts is to go for their third consecutive win, and then to go to state to try and get another win. Their most recent was in 2016, 3 years ago. But if they're able to bring this back, a lot of the freshmen that played for the team then will get another championship before they leave. And now, as the clock hits 0 for the prep time, the Chieftains, as well as the Monarchs, starting lineups are going to hit the floor. But first, we are going to be doing the Columbia River Chieftains Senior Night to start off with. As you can see, the Chieftain seniors are lined up at the left side of the court at the far back. And as the parents walk in, Emma Garrow is going to sing the national anthem. That was a beautiful national anthem sung by the Chieftains' very own Emma Garrow. And now the Columbia River Chieftains have their 5 seniors line up to receive their rewards for being a senior. This is the last year for the school. And as the girls receive their leis, the crowd waits for them to receive their blankets and flowers from their parents. That is number 13, Ashlyn Rayner. That is number 2, Isabella Ness. And as she goes down the line of teammates at the end there, she'll have her coaches. Head coach of the team is Miss Brianna Smedley. Since coaching the team, she has created much great improvements among these very talented players. Number 7, Jaden Foster is now called up. A great player. She has been on the varsity team for the last 3 years. The next senior to be called up is number 8, Mahia Iverson. Mahia is usually a back setter for the Columbia River Chieftains. However, sometimes she'll line up as a libero. And then finally, the last senior to be called up is going to be Riley Zanis at number 9. Her and Mahia have known each other for quite a while, and they took their journey from elementary school, middle school, and all the way through high school. Riley Zanis also is a setter for the Columbia River Chieftains. And a non-player senior, they're going to be commemorating senior Ellen Miller, who is one of the managers of the varsity team. And the girls all greet her at the end of the court to get a team photo. That, ladies and gentlemen, is senior night. Now the girls are going to line up with their parents to get a few photos before the game starts here. Other notable sports names so far this season: Wilson Keller at districts won the league title against fellow teammate Matt Rudy. Other notable mentions for Ridgefield High School, Derek Kropp managed to snag 3rd place. Now as the parents and viewers cheer on their senior girls, the game is about to be afoot. And there's going to be 2 minutes for both teams to hit the balls around. See, they'll be practicing the spikes across the court. The tennis team is now looking to go to state. Wilson Keller, Max Furstenberg, and Matt Rudy are all looking to have an impressive show at state, especially Wilson Keller and Max Furstenberg in their doubles team. They are a very formidable pair, also having been together since elementary school. And us Chieftain fans are really cheering them on to have a good showing and hopefully bring back a gold medal to pair with last year's girls tennis team championship up at state. Now there is just 40 seconds left on this pregame clock here. And as you can tell, the crowd is definitely buzzing with excitement as to what's going to happen with this game. Those on the Chieftain side are hoping for another very strong performance. However, the Monarchs are not one to be put down easily. We'll see if they can hold on. Another notable commemoration tonight is also for the varsity cheerleaders who all fall season long have been putting in great work for every team imaginable. Volleyball, football, soccer, you name it. Now the clock buzzes and the girls are going to be heading out here. Recently, DECA, the school government-esque group, hosted their annual Life Skills Halloween dance. This has been very successful in the past years. However, this has been one of their best ever. So congratulations to Columbia River Chieftains DECA group. That is number 1, Grace Huda for the Monarchs. Number 2, Madison Noel. Mariah Boast, number 3. Number 4, Ellie Weber. Kendall Blondin, number 5, and a freshman, 1 of 5 on the team. That is number 6, Jillian Salice. Number 7, Kyla Warren. Number 8, Emma Fisher. That is number 9, Andy Whitman. Hallie Watson, number 10. Number 11, Regan Wilkinson. That is the junior, number 12, Emerald Dykes. That is number 13, Clarissa Escudero, 1 of 3 seniors on the team. And number 14, Heather Gower, another senior. And that is the Mark Morris Monarchs squad. And now on to your Chieftains home squad. Number 1, Alyssa Fire. Number 2, Isabella Ness. Next up is Riley Reeves, number 3. Number 4, Caroline Hansen. Number 5, Sydney Waite. Number 6, Maddie Sharon. That is Jaden Foster, number 7, who gives her lay to one of the opposing team. Mahia Iverson also does the same. That is number 8. Number 9, Riley Zanis does the same. And every senior has done that so far. That is number 10, Allie Dreves. Number 13, Ashlyn Rayner hands her lay off to the assistant. And that is the final member of the Chieftain squad, number 14, Emma Adams. Now the girls go around high-fiving the junior varsity team, high-fiving the opposing team. And they will now exit the volleyball court, heading to the start of the game. Now the Chieftains go to do a team chant. And the starters are now hitting the floor. That is number 3, Riley Reeves. Number 10, Allie Dreves. Number 7, Jaden Foster. Number 9, Riley Zanis. And number 2, Isabella Ness, as well as number 8, Mahia Iverson for the Chieftain starters. On the opposing side for the Monarchs, that is number 13, Clarissa Escudero. Number 14, Heather Gower. Number 1, Grace Huda. Number 5, Kendall Blondin. Number 2, Madison Noel, the libero for her team. And with that whistle, Riley Zanis goes to serve the ball. The ball up. That's a nice set there for number 1. Ooh, and a beautiful tap there from number 3, Riley Reeves. The defense expecting a very strong spike, but instead just tapping it over. Number 14, Emma Adams, is out there as a libero. Ooh, that's a rough hit from number 2 there. They hit it back over. 10 up to 3. Oh, and that's a great diving save. Vera hits it over. Riley Zanis to Jaden Foster. Foster hits it over, but the defense manages to keep it alive. They go for a block there. That's Adams with the save. Riley Zanis up to Reeve. And Drees. Oh, no. The line judge is going to call that a an out of bounds point to the Monarchs that is going to tie it up at 1-1. Monarchs giving a very solid fight here to maintain their position in the game, refusing to give up a big lead yet. It's Mahia Iverson over to Zanis. Foster with the fake, and Reeves does a light tap, but the defense manages to hold it. Monarchs, Iverson keeps it in. That's Adams with the hit over. Go for a light tap. Iverson up to Zanis. Zanis to Foster, and no, they go for the tap. But a great save there. Foster goes up. Zanis hits the serve. Yes. A beautiful round of plays there for the Chieftains, and number 8, Mahia Iverson, subs off for number 6, Maddie Sharon. Now Reeves goes for the serve there. She hits it over. And no. Number 13, Clarissa Escudero, goes for the free hand, but is unable to keep it inbounds. The ball going wide out. Reeves again with the serve. Beautiful serve there. And the Monarchs keep it up. They try to go for the block, but they're unable to. Reeves heads up to Adams. Adams decides to hit it over instead of going for a back serve. And, that's an attempted spike there, but Adams misses. Reeves hit backwards. Adam hits it over. And no, it goes out. Number 14, Emma Adams, having a very dominant presence with her team. You can hear her calling out mine, and it has been great effect. However, it was a slight overhit there. All right, Reeves to Zanis. Zanis over to Foster. Foster hits the edge of the net, and the Monarchs manage to keep it alive. They go for the spuck, but it's a beautiful block by Foster and Dreves. Now it's number 14, Emma Adams at the back with the serve. It's currently 4-2 to the Chieftains. And that's Reeves hitting it up to Zanis. Zanis over to Sharon. And Sharon with a bullet spike was unable to make much of it. It's Iverson. And Sharon, no, she does not. All right, and the spike, the blockers, no. The blockers did manage to get a hand on that ball. Isabella Ness, you can see with her right hand tipping it upwards. But she's unable to play off of it. What a great dive there. And Maddie Sharon. Wow, this is what I'm saying. Maddie Sharon with a beautiful spike right into the open space. The defense unable to do anything about it. And there's number 4, Caroline Henson, subbing in for number 9, Riley Zanis. It's number 10, Allie Dreves at the back. She serves it over. And the Monarchs hit. That's good spike, but the Chieftains hit with a beautiful block. Hansen over to Sharon. Sharon, and the libero with a great save there. That's Dreves up to Ness, and Ness with a great spike there. Score is 6-3 for the Chieftains. As this is just some of the fantastic work we've been seeing from the Chieftains all season long. And that's Dreves, the serve over. The Monarchs are going for a long spike, but and Hansen just goes for the tap over. And that's a hit back. Adams up to Hansen. And after 5 minutes of the right antenna judge waving his flag vigorously, the ref finally calls a whistle, and that is going to be a point for the Monarchs. They're going to make 2 substitutions. Number 14, Heather Gower, and number 5, Kendall Blondin. 6-4, Chieftains. Monarchs serve it over. That's Reeves up to Ness. Ness with the tap. They managed to keep it alive, though. They're going to have the back hit. That is going to be over. Ness with the set to Hansen. Hansen with the back set to Sharon. Oh, and that's a good block there by the Monarchs. The Monarchs then going back with their own serve, but a solid block from the Chieftains. The Chieftains give it back to Ness with a great block. Isabella Ness with another great block. They keep it going, however. That's Reeves over to Sharon. Another tip there, and they're going to go for the serve. That's going to go over Reeves, over to Sharon. This is going to be Sharon up to Adams. Adams with a very solid flat hand. And they're going to just go for a deep spike. That's going to be Reeves to Hansen. Back to Reeves with a deep spike, and wow. What a play for your hometown Chieftains. The defense expecting a frontline attacker to get that, but Reeves just sprints in from the back. That is number 8, Mahia Iverson, to serve it over. All right, Adams got the set. Hansen over to Ness, and that was a beautiful spike there. Number 4 expecting to go farther back and leaving it for the back line, but no, it landed just to her right. 8-4 Chieftains. And Iverson hits the ball over. Monarchs hit it up with a good set, and they go for a deep spike. No, that is not going to be in bounds. 9-4 Chieftains. Here, Iverson with the great serve. The Monarchs getting on the front line. A tap by the front line blockers. That's going to be Hansen over to number 3, Riley Reeves. And wow, what a play by the Chieftains there. You can see number 2, Isabella Ness, a very dominant presence with her blocks there. Every time, always managing to catch a little bit of hand there, getting the tip on the ball, which the Chieftains are easily able to take advantage of. You see there that she hit it over, and with the serve from Hansen, who's been a very solid setter each set, being right in place for either Ness, Reeves, or Sharon to take advantage of. There, Reeves with the final kill. We'll see how they keep it up. The score is 10-4 with 18 seconds left on the timeout. And the Chiefs are going to make their way back onto the floor. Same squad as before. Ness, Reeves, Hansen, Sharon, Iverson, and Adams. Iverson with the serve. Oh, that was a beautiful save there by Adams. A great diving save. And the defense expecting a set, but Hansen just goes with the little tap over. And that's going to be Hansen with the set to number 3, Riley Reeves. And Riley Reeves easily takes that to the other side of the court, making it 11-4 to the Chieftains. Chieftains serve the ball again. Oh, no. Number 2, Madison Noel. It's a bad angle on the ball there. Not able to get it up, but more forward. Serve, the set, and ooh, oh, a beautiful spike from number 4, Ellie Weber. Ellie Weber ends the Chieftain streak. They're making 11-5 for Monarchs possession. And it's going to be Weber at the back there with the serve. She spikes to the cross. Iverson with the stop and hit. Hansen over to Allie Dries goes for the spike, but the block was just wonderful. That was straight down. Chieftains unable to do anything about it. And the Monarchs go to hit it away again. Hansen tries to keep it up, both diving for it, but no, that is not going to bode well for the Chieftains there. They fail to keep the ball alive, and it dies on the right side of the court. Monarchs possession again. They serve the ball across. That's going to go to Dreves. Hansen goes over to Reeves. Ooh. And number 14, Heather Gower, gets the hand on the block, but it's the wrong angle of the hand, sends it onto her own side. 13-7 Chieftains. As Ashlyn Rayner, number 9, subbed in for number 2, Isabel Ness. And Rayner serves it over. Ooh. No, number 2, Noelle, is not able to get a hand on it. Expecting it to be closer to her than it was. The Chieftains now doubling up the opposing Monarchs. 14-7. Rayner serves it over. Noelle with the hit up. And the Monarchs spike it, but the front blockers managed to get a hand on it. Jaden Foster in the game as well. That was for number 14, Emma Adams. And with a beautiful spike there, Dreves manages to get the point. 15-7 to the Chieftains. Rayner bouncing the ball, getting ready to serve. And the ball's over to the left side. The Monarchs bumping it up. Ooh. Ooh, that is going to be a penalty for a 3-minute line. Ooh, that's not good for the Chieftains. Number 13, Ashlyn Rayner goes out. And oh, no, stays in. No, she is out. For number 14, Emma Adams. And it's back to Iverson. Iverson to Hansen. Foster with a very strong spike there, but the blocks managed to keep it up. Oh, no. The ball goes off the wrong side of Hansen's hand and drops straight down. The Chiefs backline unable to get to the ball in time. That's going to be Dreves with the ball. Hansen over to Reeves, but the Monarchs keep it up. They're going to go for a light tap. That's going to be Reeves up to Hansen. Hansen to number 10, Dreves. But no, the Monarchs keep the ball alive. And with no one in the back, Allie Dreves goes for a dive, but just can't get to it in time. The Monarchs here with a very strong comeback. 15-10 to the Chieftains. And the Monarchs serve it over. That's going to be Iverson with the bump upwards. And, ooh, Reeves with a nasty tap there. The Monarchs in no way, shape, or form expecting it. And while Jane Foster expects the ball to go over, it does not. Going into the net and dying. Point for the Chieftains and swap of possession. That's Riley Zanis in for number 4, Caroline Hansen. Riley Zanis goes to serve the ball. She hits it over. And the Monarchs, the serve. Oh, no. Oh, yes. And, wow, the Chieftains making it work there. Looking all but unsavable, yet still they keep it alive. Oh, and no. The Chieftains there with a great save off the net. But the spike just going a little far. Just heading over that end line there. Monarchs ball now. 16-11. Iverson with the hit. And that's Reeves from the pass from Dreves. But the Monarchs keep it alive. Monarchs hit to the back. Oh, the line judge is going to call it in. The Chieftains expecting to be out, but no, and stays in there. 16-12 to the Chieftains, with the Monarchs closely gaining here. They're currently 5-1 in the last few possessions. And that's Reeves with the spike. And yes, wonderful placement with that spike there. Hits the back corner and really just does the job. That's number 8 by Iverson, out for number 6, Maddie Sharon. And you've got number 3, Riley Reeves there at the back for the serve. The Chieftains with a 5-1 formation. And the Monarchs go for the hit. Oh, and Jaden Foster with a beautiful block there. Hit back to Emma Adams. It's going to be Zanis with the set to number 10, Dreves, who goes for the tap, but Monarchs expecting it. Adams gets the ball. That's going to be Zanis over to Sharon. And wow. The Monarchs not expecting the back-to-back soft tap there. Sharon, while the ball still hits the blocker's hand, it just manages to dribble over and land where no one else was. Great hit there from Sharon. 18-12 Chieftains as they serve it over. And the Monarchs keep it alive. They go for a spike. Jaden Foster tries to go for a block there, but just too far back. The block deads the ball on their own side. 18-13 to the Monarchs, and they take control of the ball again. Their possession talent tonight has been quite overwhelming for the Chieftains, losing space here as they proceeded farther into the set, but the Chieftains keeping a solid eye on the ball there and draining the ball to the back left. That's Riley Reeves from the other side of the court. And Chieftains possession now. That's Adams at the back there. And no, the Monarchs unable to get the ball over. They lose the point. The Chieftains now at 20. Only 5 more to go before they win a set here. And Adams serves it over. Oh, no, just over the end line. And that was a really close one. Little less power and that would have been in. But no, the Monarchs possession now. Adams bumps it up. And Zanis with the set to Sharon. Sharon with a beautiful spike there. 21-14. Chieftains taking a greater possession presence, bringing the lead from a 4-point lead to a 7-point lead. That's Dreves at the back there. And the Monarchs set the ball. They go first. And that is going to be out on the Monarchs. Monarchs keeping their head straight here. That's also Caroline Hansen, number 4 in the game. Very strong setter for the Chieftains, setting up quite a lot of great spikes by Riley Reeves and Maddie Sharon. And that is going to be too far for the Chieftains. Monarchs possession as they make a few subs. 22-15 to the Chieftains. The Monarchs serve it over. That's Adams with the bump to Hansen. Hansen to Ness. And Ness with a great spike. Although it does not necessarily have the power that Foster or Sharon managed, her placement has been wonderful. Always finding those open areas that the defenders just aren't in. And with that great hit by Isabel Ness, that is going to make the score 23-15. Number 8, Mahia Iverson subs in for number 6, Maddie Sharon. And Iverson goes to serve the ball over. Iverson with the serve now. The Monarchs, they set it up. Looking for a spike in the blockers. Ness and Hansen just not able to keep the ball on the other side of the net there. As you can see, they hit the ball down. 23-16 to the Chieftains, the Monarchs possession. Monarchs serve it over. And that is going to be Dreves to Ness. Ooh, and it looks like to be a good save from number 4, Ellie Weber. Ends up as an out of bounds, now making it 24-16 to the Chiefs. And with that, the Chiefs are 1 point away from winning the set. Ashlyn Wayner now is in for number 2, Isabel Ness. And that's going to be a set for the Chiefs. Ashlyn Rayner with the great score there. The defense, with the ball just rolling off their hands. Now both teams switch sides as they prepare to enter the second set. The Chieftains here tonight really showing their mettle, making great work of some wonderful sets by Hansen, Iverson, and Zanis. Now the Monarchs here to talk it over. They had a solid fight there. Near the back end of that set, they were able to really put a strong performance, trying to close the score. The closest they got was 16-12. However, the Chieftains revitalizing their game plan, really pushed through at the end there to get a control on that first set. Chieftains now in a very good position, looking to get this second set, really, hoping to push the game into a Chieftain win. And now 1 minute 50 left on the inter-set clock. Some notable names right now from the Chieftains have been number 2, Isabella Ness. Isabella has been really unstoppable with her spikes on the Chieftains' possession side of things. Her sets, position-wise, have been absolutely beautiful. When she goes up for those spikes, you can see she really finds the holes in the opposing Monarchs' game plan and puts the ball right there. Monarchs seldom able to stop the ball. Another notable name from our hometown Chieftains, number 13, Ashlyn Rayner. Ashlyn Rayner has been a very great presence on the serving side of the game, which is a very important part. Her serves having great placement, finding holes in the defense, which they are really struggling to make do of, the Monarchs there. As well as number 14, Emma Adams. Adams has played a lot of the game, rarely getting subbed out, and she has been a great team leader. You can see she really directs where the ball's going, and she directs where the how the floor is played out. She's also got a great skill for her bumps, so you can see that her accuracy has been absolutely just incredible. And I'm going to whistle for the teams to close up their talk here. And now 5 seconds left. The Chiefs are ready to head out to continue their fight against the Monarchs. The Chiefs rocking with the starting lineup for this set. Number 10, Allie Reeves. Number 6, Maddie Sharon. Number 2, Isabella Ness. Number 9, Riley Zanis. Number 3, Riley Reeves. And number 7, Jana Foster. You can see number 14, Emma Adams over there, a true team leader. And the judge is going to call number 2, Isabella Ness, to the back there. Obviously checking the rotation sheet. And Adams calls a sub in for Bell as Bell realized she was going to be at the back line there. Obviously, she's a very dominant frontline attacker. And Adams, as a very dominant backline setter, takes her spot now as the libero. And the Monarchs with the serve. That's going to be Adams with the bump. Zanis with the set, and wow. Number 10, Allie Reeves, just finding the holes there and quickly making work of that possession. 1-0 to the Chieftains now. And number 14, Emma Adams, steps up for the serve. Adams serves it over, and Noelle at the last second changing her position and just loses the ball off the tip of her fingers. Zanis with the ball up to Adams. Adams Ooh, wow. Beautiful play there from Riley Reeves, number 3. Expecting to serve there, the Monarchs backed up, only for Reeves to just tap the ball over. 3-0 now to the Chiefs. Adams with the ball. Serves it over. And the Monarchs set it up for a back spike. But the ball just goes over that end line there. And by quite a good amount there, the Chieftains getting another point. And the Monarchs make a substitution. Number 9, Andy Whitman for 11, Regan Wilkinson. And Adams again serves the ball over. There's going to be Noel. And Noel then hits it over. Oh, no, unable to get the point off it. Yes, the Chiefs, that is going to be number 2, Isabella Ness, with the beautiful spike there. The first one failing, but the continual power of the Chiefs, they get the ball back, set it, and she hits the ball right back over. Chiefs serve. Oh, and no. That was going to be a weird hit there from the Monarchs. The other teammates there expecting the ball to go higher, but doesn't, and they aren't able to get to it in time. 6-0 here, Chiefs, as they take a very commanding lead in the first portion of the second set. Adams, it's over to Zanis. Zanis with this spike to set to Sharon, but Sharon goes for a slight tap instead of a spike. And the Monarchs there looking to go for the spike, but the ball just isn't high enough. It goes into the net and dies. Chiefs here now 7-0. Adams at the back to serve. The Monarchs go to hit it over as Sharon. Zanis sets it up to Ness. Ness with the tap over. Oh, Adams with a great diving save. And Zanis and Sharon managing to keep it alive. And, oh, Noel managing to keep it up. Adams to Zanis. Zanis. And that is what you want to see as a Chieftains fan. That was number 3, Riley Reeves, with a great hit into the middle of the Monarchs side of the court there. It appears the Monarchs are talking it over with the mat judge. Obviously trying to point something out, maybe seeing a fault in the Chieftains play. However, Adams goes with the serve, runs back over to the close side, and ooh, the set from Zanis goes to a serve from spike from Sharon. Oh, that's going to be a double hit there on the Chieftains. No, that's not what you want to see. Number 2, Isabel Ness. With the spike there, tries to hit it back up, but obviously after the block there, she isn't able to do so. Legally, anyway. Zanis with the hit up to Reeves. Reeves gets to the cross, and the Monarchs go. Oh, Reeves with the diving save, and that's going to be Ness with the tap over. Oh, wow. That was a beautiful block there by number 6, Maddie Sharon. And the Chiefs serves it over. 9-1 them. Iverson with the hit up. And that's going to be a spike from Sharon, but it's blocked, and no. Zanis with a great set there, but the Chiefs aren't able to make work of the block, which goes to the other side, opposite of where they were. That was Riley Zanis with the set there. However, the Monarchs managed to get the possession. That's Adams to Ness, and that's Reeves hitting it over. The Monarchs go for the set. They go for the far left spike. The Chieftains managed to maintain it. Hansen with a great set, and number 2, Isabel Ness with a great spike to the right side. The Monarchs able to get a good footing behind the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. That's going to be 10-2 to the Chieftains now. Very commanding lead at the start of the set here. Number 5, Sydney Waite with the serve. After the Chieftains make a few subs there. And the Chieftains with the spike, but it doesn't manage to go through. The blockers manage to stop it. Marks with their own spike in. The Chieftains blockers get it. That's going to be Hansen up to Dreves. Oh! Wow, a great possession for the Chieftains, but the ball just misses that end line there. Dreves not able to keep it in. Oh, wow, Ness with a beautiful tap there. The Monarchs not expecting it, but they go back with their own spike. Adams, the bump to Hansen. Hansen to Reeves. Reeves with the missed spike there, instead going for a lob tap. That's going to be Waite to Hansen. Hansen to Reeves, and Reeves with a very dominant spike. The Monarchs unable to get behind the ball. 11-4 to the Chiefs with a timeout called by Mark Morris. The Chiefs really looking strong here in this second set. Managing to make great trouble with their first possession of the ball, turning it into an 8-0 before it even switched back over. The Monarchs still trying to fight though. Managed to put 4 points up on the board after that 8-0, limiting the Chieftains to 3 since then. However, if the Monarchs are to pull this set back, they're really going to need to get a few more points in there, obviously, and put in some hard work, because it was looking like a very difficult task for them. However, not impossible. We've seen tonight that the Monarchs are really able to fight back when choosing to do so. And if they manage to here, they could easily take a control of this set, getting them tying it up 1-1. Ness with the serve over. And the Monarchs, oh, not able to get the set they wanted. Ness to the set to Hansen. And that's going to be Drees with the spike. Oh, yes, that's a great save there from the Monarchs. And the Monarchs are just keeping this alive, but no. The Monarchs, after a really great defensive performance, they hit the ball just too far to the right, going out of bounds on that close out-of-bounds line you see there. Bringing the score 12-4 for the Chieftains. Ness with another serve. Bump that one up, and that's going to be a spike, but the Chieftains managed to bump it up as well. Hansen over to Reeves, and they're going to call it Chieftain point. Oh, no, my bad. They're going to call it Monarch point there. It was on the wrong side of the antenna. Adams now back in on the floor for the Chieftains as the Monarchs hit it over. Hansen, oh, instead of setting it up, just goes for the tap over, but the Monarchs make do with it. And that's a spike by Reeves, but Adams with a great save there on the ground, and Reeves with another spike over to the left side. And yeah, the Monarchs really hoping that first block would do, but Adams really laying it out on the floor there. Great enthusiasm and work ethic from her. Really keeps it up and allows the Chieftains to maintain a lead there. 13-5 Chieftains. And Zanis serves the ball over. Oh, and no. The Monarchs are not expecting it that high. She goes for a forehand hit, but misses it, and it's going to be a Chieftains point, 14-5. Chieftains with a 9-point lead. Chieftains with the serve, and that's going to be too far from Riley Zanis, making it 14-6 to the Monarchs. To the Chieftains, my bad. Oh, no. Reeves not expecting to go over to her, then having to dive for the ball. She expected Jaden Foster to take it. Oh, wow. The Monarchs with a great block. However, the ball contacts the antenna on the way back over, making it a point to the Chieftains. And number 3, Riley Reeves, hits it a little too far there. Maddie Sharon was then subbed in for Sydney Waite. Score is 15-8 to the Chieftains. Oh, Jaden Foster making good with a bad set, and the blockers keeping it onto the other side. However, the Monarchs keep the ball alive. Sharon with a spike, but that is not going to do it. It goes too far over the line there. And Maddie Sharon with a beautiful tap over the net there, right over the defender's hand. 16-9 to the Chieftains now. The Chieftains really hoping to put 9 more points on the board to gain a win on this set here. Oh, wow. That was a great tap back there from Sharon. It's number 9 over to Isabel Ness, but no. Monarchs hold on. Good save there by Adams, and Maddie Sharon with a very strong spike over there to the back. Noelle just not prepared for it. Now Adams there at the back with the serve. And, oh, that is rough for Adams. Adams hits it right into the net. Just not going over there. And the Monarchs hit it over. Number 9 sets it to Sharon. Sharon with a great spike there. Adams, no. And the Chieftains unable to keep the ball going into the pole there. Monarchs now with the serve. And that's going to be Adams. Up to number 9, and that's Drees. Drees with a beautiful hit. The defender's trying to keep it in, but bad angle, slip of hands, or whatever else. The ball slides left, going out of bounds. Point to the Chieftains, 18-11. The Monarchs not letting the Chieftains run away with this too far, though. Keeping a 7-point deficit. However, if they want to stop the Chieftains from really controlling the game, they're going to want to try and win this set here. Ooh. Rayner not expecting a very strong spike from the Monarchs. Goes for an overhand and hits it down. Tough play there. That's going to be a point to the Monarchs, 18-12. The Monarchs serve it over. Adams with the bump. Hansen with the set to Sharon. Sharon with a great spike. Oh my, the Monarchs managed to keep it in. Ness with the set to Hansen. And Sharon with the serve over. And wow, that was beautiful placement there from Sharon. She manages to keep it on the inside of the line. Get a good solid score there for the Chieftains. 19-12 to the Chieftains in the second set. The Chieftains already winning the first set. And number 5, Sydney Waite, is subbed back into the game. Now Waite bouncing the ball. Steps up for the serve. And the ball is over. The Monarchs set it up. Go for a deep spike. Ooh. And it appears to be a 3-meter line penalty there on the Chiefs, making it point to the Monarchs. 19-13 to the Chieftains. The Monarchs, however, bringing the deficit under 7 for one of the few times in this second set here. This is great news for them as they look to really bring this back. That's a serve over to the Chieftains. Adams with the... Oh, no. Hansen with a great set to Ness there. Monarchs hoping to keep control of that lower deficit, but Ness just really great placement going off the hand of one of their own defenders. Ness now at the back for the serve. Goes short with it. And they hit it up, and they're just going to bump it over there. It's going to be Waite to Drees, and that's Reeves to hit it over. A solid block there. Hansen up to Foster, and wow, Jaden Foster there with a beautiful spike. Absolutely fantastic placement. As you can see, the Monarchs forming a semicircle U shape around the front of the net, and she just puts her right at the back in the middle of that semicircle. The Monarchs there hitting it up. Hansen with the set over to Reeves, and the Monarchs try to get a block off, but the block going in behind the net on their side of the court instead of on the other side as intended. 22-13 to the Chiefs. Starting to run away with this set here. Oh! And a great play there by number 5, Kendall Blondin. The Chieftains expecting a spike, moved up on the net, and as you can see, she just tapped it right over the defenders, resulting in a point for the Monarchs. They serve it over, and that's going to be out for the Monarchs. 23-14 to the Chiefs. And it's these small mistakes from the Monarchs are really costing the game here. Well, the Chieftains are definitely playing at top level right now. These small mistakes are really keeping them out of range of trying to keep close with this set here. Number 9 with the serve over. And they hit the ball up. That's a great bump there. Number 9. And, oh, wow. Beautiful save from number 2. That's going to be Reeves. The set to Drees. Nope, Adams. The 9 sets the ball for Reeves, and yes. Oh, but the Monarchs keep it in. Adams with the set to Drees, and the Monarchs still keeping this alive. They bump it over. Adams with the very high bump, and that's Reeves with a very strong spike, but this ball is just staying alive. This is a very strong rally here from the Monarchs, something we've seldom seen so far tonight. Oh, Adams there with the pancake spike, and she's just not able to make it work. The Monarchs expecting to continue the rally, but Adams just hit that just a little too hard, too far. Had she been able to keep that in, though, the Monarchs would have been unable to react, giving the point to the Chieftains and making it a set point. Alas, the Chieftains now go, trying to keep it over. That's Reeves with a great bump over. Oh, and that's going to be in for the Monarchs here. The Monarchs bring it back to a 7-point deficit, 23-16. And they're starting to show some fighting spirit here, which is very good news for them. 23-16, they look to serve the ball over to the Chieftains. That's going to be Waite with the spike, and oh wow, that is a powerful spike there from Dreves. The blockers managing to hit back the spike, and no, Waite just short with the dive there. That's unfortunate there for the Chieftain girls. And the Monarchs now bring it within 7 points to the 6th mark. Waite with the bump. The set over to Reeves. Reeves with a nice spike there, but the Monarchs keep it alive. The Monarchs hit it back over. That's Adams. That's a great spike there from number 10, Allie Dreves. Allie Dreves bringing it within set point now, 24-17 to the Chieftains. Now it's Reeves there at the back. Reeves with a great serve. The Monarchs keep it alive, though. They go for a spike. Adams with a diving save. Great job. And that's going to be Sharon with the pancake, but no. Not able to stay in. That goes far over the other side's borderline. Point to the Monarchs there. 24-18 Chieftains. The home crowd now making a lot of noise as the Monarchs go to serve. But the Chieftain girls talking over who was supposed to get that ball. All of them thinking it was another person. And the Monarchs closing the gap now, 24-19. However, it is win by 2, so they will need to get to 26. Great save there by Riley. And the Chiefs with the attempted block, but the ball going out of bounds there. 24-20 to the Chiefs, with the Monarchs closing in. The Chiefs really just looking to get one more on the board to close off this set. Maddie Sharon, oh wow. The Monarchs are with a very beautiful comeback now. Maddie Sharon's spike looked to be good, but number 13, Clarissa Escudero, with a solid block there. The Chieftains call a timeout to talk it over now, as the Monarchs bring it within 3 points. Tw 30 seconds left now on the clock. The Chiefs really trying to fight for just one more point. End off this second set, which looked very dominant in the first half, but now the Monarchs, just as the Chiefs look to take a lock on the second set, the Monarchs close the distance admirably. Here now, possession with the possession and serve. And Adams, Maddie, the bump over to Reeves. Reeves with a great spike, but Noelle managing to save it. The Monarchs there, wow, in between 9 and 3 there. The Monarchs now bring it within 2 points. And while this is something they've been trying to do this whole game, they might just bring it back here to even up the score. Sharon with the bump. That's 9 to Maddie. Sharon with the tap over, but the Monarchs managed to get control. No! They have done it. The Monarchs have brought it within 1 point. Foster and Sharon unable to block that spike there. And now we see what appears to be a major upset now in this set, after the Chieftains having a controlling lead, really just dropping the ball here. That's going to be another timeout now. And we'll see here if they can pull through and really weather the storm that the Monarchs have bringing on them. And as the timeout is going to end, the girls are going to get onto the floor. And you're going to see the Chiefs really trying to focus in here and end off this upset that the Monarchs have been pulling off. Sharon with the deep serve. Oh, but no, the Monarchs managed to just keep it in. The Chieftains with the set. Oh, and yes! That is going to do it. Number 10, Allie Drees with a beautiful tap over there. Wow. That is what the Chieftains have been looking for this whole time. And the Chieftains take a 2-set lead here now. (25-23) to the Chieftains there. Managing to weather the storm that was that very incredible Monarchs comeback. The Monarchs there going from 24-15 to 24-13. Very, very strong 8-0 lead, 8-0 presence there, but the Chiefs called a timeout, and that timeout appeared to have worked because they managed to just sneak that last point in there with a beautiful tap by Allie Drees. And here in the front rows, the Chieftain crowd making a great deal of noise here. Two minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the interset clock. It's going to be match set for the Chieftains here. As you can see, they're really trying to talk it over. The Monarchs haven't figured out their game plan, so they're trying to see if there's ways they can change it up or figure out the opposing Monarchs game plan to really just put a close on this game here. However, Monarchs starting off a little slow, really had a great push there. And while no single player is to be of true blame for that great push at the end there, they all, with great chemistry, worked as a team to really push through. And for them, that must be a great boost for them, as while they did lose that set, going into this, they're going to look to take a lead and hopefully maintain it with that same push they just used. Number 2, Madison Noel was a really great presence at the back there as a libero. Rarely subbed out this game so far. She has managed to get a lot of the spikes that those powerful spikers the Chieftains have been sending at them. Spikers such as Maddie Sharon, Riley Reeves, and Allie Drees, managing to bump them all up and really allowing for the Monarchs to make strong offensive attacks there. Now the opposing teams take the floor. And both teams really needing a win here. However, the Monarchs more than the Chieftains. The Chieftains really looking to end the game off and go home to get some rest. But the Monarchs are really fighting strong to stay within this game. And with that buzz, that's going to signal the start of this match set. The Chieftains with the starting possession. And that's number 14, Emma Adams, to sub in for number 2, Isabel Ness. Ness being a great presence on that front line there with some wonderfully placed spikes. Now that's number 9 at the back to serve it off for the Chieftains. After bouncing it a few times, the Chieftains now are going to serve it off. And it's back to the Monarchs. The Monarchs there to the set with a great spike. That's going to be Waite. And, a spike from Riley Reeves is going to be out on the blocker's hands. The Chieftains getting a 1-0 lead to start this set. Chieftains now to serve it off again, hoping for a similar effect in this second serve. The Monarchs go with the spike over. Owen Adams, the great hit back. And that's Reeves to go over. The Monarchs set it up, and they go for the spike. Adams keeping it up, and Waite hits it over. Adams, a great force at keeping the ball alive on the Chiefs' defensive end. And the blockers, yes. That's going to be a point to the Chieftains. The Monarchs going for an accidental double hit there. Riley Zanis now to serve it off. 2-0 to the Chiefs. And spike it over. The blockers managed to get a tip on it, keeping it up. And that's number 3, Riley Reeves. No! The ball goes just over on this outside line. And the Chiefs lose possession there. 2-1 to the Chieftains. Monarchs so just behind. Chieftains now. Zanis with the serve to set to Riley. Riley hits the... Oh, but no, nothing. And yes! That is what the Monarchs want to be doing right now. The Monarchs getting the ball over, forcing the blockers to lose control, and they're tying it up now. For the Monarchs, this is great news. For the Chieftains, however, not so much. Yet they will continue to work hard. And they go for the light tap. The Chieftains managing to keep it up. And Riley Reeves tries to do the same, but it doesn't work. Alyssa Fire with a tap. Adams to Reeves again. The Monarchs keeping it in. Noel to go over. And it's going to be too far over the end line. Adams falling to try and get to it, but fortunately for her, it went over. That is going to be 3-2 for the Chiefs as they start off with advantage now, heading in to the third set. Nice trees at the back. Oh, great block from the Chieftains blockers. Number 1, Alyssa Fire, recently subbed in for the first time this game, and number 6, Maddie Sharon, a constant force this game, both with a very solid block to keep it Chieftains possession. That's Reeves at the back to serve it off. Reeves goes over. And they set it up. They look for a spike, and they will go for a D spike. Adams keeps it up, and that's going to be Sharon. Sharon with a good spike, but it's going to be blocked. Fire over to Dreves, and the defenders not able to keep a hand on it. Lose the ball out of bounds. 5-2 to the Chiefs. And if you're a Monarchs fan, this is not what you want to have happen here. Monarchs already losing the control. The boulder starting to roll now, and the Chiefs have been able to keep it rolling for the large part of the earlier game. However, that is going to be a net ball for the Chiefs on Riley Reeves, and it'll be Monarchs possession now, only 2 points down. They go for the serve over, but it'll end in the same result as the previous serve, net ball, 6-3. The Chiefs' number 1, Alyssa Fire, subbed off for number 2, Isabella Ness. And that's Adams to serve it over. Oh, and yes, they managed to keep the ball, and that's a pancake, and that's going to go too far. And that is going to be a point to the Chieftains. Now the Chieftains really trying to keep an eye out for the Monarchs push here, because as you can see last time, although it seemed impossible for them to come back, they nearly won the game. And wow, the Monarchs looking to have control, but trying to defend the spike. The Chieftains opt for a good tap to the middle there. Adams with the serve over, and that's going to be too far out of bounds on the back line. Monarchs possession here, 8-4. Now, not the start they're hoping for, but as we've seen so far in this game, they've been a great comeback team, coming behind from behind the last set. However, Reeves with a great spike in the defense, slightly off the wrist there of the Monarchs, but unable to keep it alive. Results in a 9-4 lead for the Chieftain girls volleyball team. And that's going to be Dreves to serve it. The Monarchs keep it alive, and they hedge the bets for a bump over. It's going to be a set to Ness, and Ness with a beautiful spike placement again. Something that's been a reoccurring theme throughout this game. 10-4 to the Chiefs, and Ness has been really keeping the Chiefs on target for a very dominant win here. A lot of those spikes occurring throughout the game. Oh! Number 10, Allie Drees, really glad that didn't stay on their side of the net, rolling over, making it nigh impossible for the Monarchs to keep control of. They lose the ball early on the front of the floor, and it's going to be Chieftain's point as they serve it over again. Oh, wow. Isabella Ness with a great block there. And number 2, Ness, with a very beautiful block to take the 12-4 lead. Chieftains now feeling very good at the moment. With that lead there, they look to continue this boulder rolling, push it all the way down the hill to get 25 points and win the game. However, the Monarchs call a timeout and they go to talk over it here. They're really discussing it here, as you can see. They're really trying to figure out some strategies. They seem to have it figured out at the end of that second set there, but they're just losing it here at the moment. Figuratively and literally dropping the ball. But now they come out here with a new look, some fresh faces, and they hope to grab a few points here and at least bring it within a 3-point deficit now. Allie Drees at the back to serve. And Noel not able to get it high enough on the bump. Wow. Allie Drees, beautiful placement on that serve there. Oh. Jeez. Dreves, really, that's twice now with her time as serve. Really sweating it there as it manages to roll over to the point for Chieftains. Very lucky it didn't stay on their side, as it would have resulted in a loss of possession. And the Monarchs defense losing side of the ball, maybe unsure of who's supposed to go to. That's going to be a sub on their side. 15-4 to the Chieftains now, an 11-point deficit. And this is the most commanding lead they've had. Allie Drees with a very high toss-up there, but she gets it. Adams is going to go to Reeves. Reeves, Adams, oh my, wow, that is a beautiful, just absolutely beautiful defensive possession there from the Chieftains. A great block by the Monarchs, really hoping to capitalize, get a few points, earn the possession, and make a comeback. But Emma Adams spiking it up, and Drees here now, that really high-flying serve is working out for her. That topspin she puts on the ball drops it a lot earlier than the Monarchs expect. 17-4 now, and the Chiefs appear to be running away with this one. We've seen bigger comebacks, but from a much lower deficit. 13 points away from the Chiefs or the Monarchs. And that serve for the Drees is going to result in another point for the Chiefs. And they're all but looking to wrap this game up. 18-4 to the Chiefs. And Drees' high-flying serve now, first to come out this game, is appearing unstoppable for that Monarchs defense. But however, they do manage to keep it in bounds this time. The Chieftains, Hansen to the set to Drees, and Drees, well, her serves have been in. That hit was just a little too far. And the Monarchs here down by 13, 18-5. However, we have seen them make a very impressive comeback in that last set. So while the distance for them to make is very long, they might be able to do so Oh, and yes, they keep the ball up. No. The Monarchs, they're a little too low on that hit over. It's going to be timeout for the Monarchs as the Chieftains take a 19-5 lead. 2-0 for the sets, and the Chieftains are feeling great at the moment. If you are a Chieftains fan, obviously you're on top of the world at the moment as the Chieftains look to really cement their place as one of the most dominant teams in the league, looking to make a very strong districts, if not state performance. Now the Monarchs talking it over. I'm not sure what they can really change at this point. The Chieftains, after really struggling there at the end of set 2, have absolutely figured out their Monarchs game plan. And the Chieftains now just looking to close it out. And that's number 5, Sydney Waite, at the back to serve. Oh, and Waite with a great serve, goes to the middle of the other side. Oh, the Monarchs with a slight tap, but Hansen, the great keep in there. Allie Drews, the very strong spike. Oh, beautiful block by the Chiefs. Monarchs keep it alive. Monarchs spiking back over, another block. That front net duo of number 4, Caroline Hansen, and number 2, Isabella Ness, have been absolutely dominant on the blocking side of things. Their incredible performance really hushing up any Monarchs attempt at bringing this back. Isabella keeps it alive. That's Reeves. Reeves taps it over. The Monarchs set it up. They go for a little tap. Adams up. Hansen with the set to Ness. Ness with a beautiful spike. And the Monarchs unable to keep it in, hit it out. 21-5 to the Chiefs. And now the Chiefs only 4 points away from the end of the game. The Monarchs, yep, that's a bump. They go for a tap. Hansen keeps it alive. Jamal with the Adams with the spike, and ooh, the Monarchs keeping it up. It's going to be Dreves to Hansen to Ness, and Ness keeping it at the back close corner there. 22-5. City Waite to serve now. Adams a key factor there. I mean, very strong, and ooh, Waite puts it just a little far. Unable to close it off in the rest of this possession. However, with the 22-6 lead, the Chieftains are feeling good. However, the Monarchs shall fight on very admirably. Adams to Hansen to Dreves. And Dreves with a very great spike. 23-6 Chieftains. Ashlyn Rayner and Alyssa Fire are subbed in. Alyssa Fire only playing a bit so far, but having a very good show. And Mahia Iverson to swap for number 5, Sydney Waite, and Jaden Foster to switch with number 1, Alyssa Fire. Alyssa not getting to play, going out, feeling good, but Jaden Foster going in at the end. And Rayner at the back to serve it away. That's going to go out of bounds. No, but they managed to keep it in. Can they get it over? No. While it looks like they might be able to, the back hit just not going to do it for them. And the Chieftains having subbed in all of their seniors, minus Ness, who has been playing the rest of this game. And as the crowd sings, no, 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 goodbye, the Chieftains look to put a close, but despite the chance, the Monarchs don't keep it alive. The Monarchs do keep it alive. The Chieftains don't. And it's going to be 24-7 to the Chieftains now. And the Monarchs serve it away. Iverson with the bump. Reeves to keep it alive, and Adams with the great hit, but it'll just go a little too far. 24-8 to the Monarchs. And they're making a little headway here, but really, they're just not getting far enough. And that is going to be the game for the Chieftains. The last set, 25-8, and the Chieftain girls won it out 3-0 on the set count there. And that was a very strong performance, not losing a single set. And that just goes to show the strength of the Chieftains. Even despite that very strong, disheartening comeback in the second set, they fought on very admirably and strongly, and altogether just a well put together game. I'm your announcer, Benjamin Phelps, and this has been the Emmy Award winning CRTV crew, and have a good night.